Welcome guys to BJ's Money Printing Lab. This is the first video for my YouTube channel. In this broadcast, I would like to introduce the purpose of this channel and where I wish we would like to head to. First of all, I'm Korean and I'm 38 years old. I have graduated Korean University in Korea, majored in chemical engineering. My first job was in LG Energy Solution as an engineer. I worked there for 6 years. And luckily, I had won the Best R&D Award from LG Group at 2018. And also won Best R&D Award from LG Energy Solution at 2017. So I can say that I had a successful career as an engineer there. I'm currently working in the as a venture capitalist for 4 years. I have invested in 16 startups. The total investment amount is USD 30 million. And since 2020, I have made an exit with the IRR 589 and 49% each. So I'm doing so far so good. And if you Google me, you can find me, but I have blinded all the informations because basically my boss doesn't know what I'm doing this. And for the future, I don't want my boss to know this, but I'm opening the information as much as I can because at least in order for us to gain trust, I need to introduce who I am to you guys. And this slide is the investment history. This is my personal account, and this profit is start from this year, January 2022, and the date is today, the broadcasting day. So I cannot basically do the live broadcasting, so I'm going to upload this in this channel. So as you can see, the Nasdaq has dropped about 33% from the top this year, and the 46% return relative to the market is, I think it is a very tremendous score. I think I'm doing well. So this is the purpose of this channel. I wanted to share my know-hows and information, the trading information. So in the YouTube, there are lots of informations, and we spend lots of time listening to each of the broadcasts there. But what we basically want to know is that what they bought and what their score is and when to buy and when to sell. It's kind of very simple, but most of the YouTube doesn't give you the direct information. They give very vague information and it talks a lot. Maybe talking a lot includes also me, but because this is the introduction broadcast, of course I am going to share not all but most of the knowledge, as much knowledge as I can. But basically what I want to do is I want to share you guys what I bought and when I sold and what was the strategy of each sell and each buy. And so yeah, so basically I want to share information and my skills to you guys, and I hope this broadcast can be helpful to you. But first of all, let's see, the first purpose and the main purpose of this broadcast is that there's no alternative for salaryman. Like, investing is inevitable, and I'm going to show you a very my own example. At the first of this video, I told you guys that I have awarded a big award from the company that I was working for, and at the moment, I have the company have given me USD 30,000 reward, and which is quite a lot of money, but it doesn't change our life, right? And the possibility of winning those kind of big award is very rare. But if this is the maximum that I can gain in a company, then I cannot buy a house. I cannot raise kids with this money. And also, I told you that I am working as a venture capitalist here, and there was a big shock also in here. I thought the LG Administration is like a manufacturing company, so there are lots of employers. So it might be possible that the upper limit of the reward is quite limited. But I'm now in the venture capitalist, which is basically a finance-based company, and I have luckily gained my company USD 4 million as a net profit, and at that year, the company have rewarded me with USD 20K, which is quite not reasonable. So I have realized that this society has many set blocks for normal people to become rich. So this is why we really need to have our own skills to invest and make ourselves rich, make our assets more bigger and bigger. So investment is inevitable in these days, I think. And basically, I really want to share knowledge because I have felt this limits and both in the LG Energy Solution and the venture capital company that I'm currently working for. And yeah, so the philosophy and strategy, of course, I have spent lots of time to build up my own strategy, and I'm going to share you by time as time goes by, and as this video goes on. But my basic philosophy is that it has to be simple. It has to be simple. You don't need to read many news, and basically, I'm just the final goal is that I just share you what I bought at which time and what's the target selling point and when I sell, so that you can make use of that information while not listening to all the broadcasts and reading newspapers and Goldman Sachs says blah blah blah. Doesn't matter, but I cannot give those total information in this one broadcast. This is just a introduction, so I'll skip lots of information in this video. But number 2 and number 3 is the point that really I want to make emphasis on. If you can see, this 10% a month means that I'll show you this Excel chart. So if we assume that our monthly return reaches 10%, this is a simulation. So let's say I have this amount of money at this point, and if we successfully make a 10% return a month, of course, 10% a month is not an easy goal to reach, but I'll explain in the next slide. But anyway, so let's assume that we have successfully made a 10% gain for each month. Then after 22 months, our account becomes 7 times multiple, which is quite a lot of money. So, and there are lots of volatility every month and all the time in the stock market. This is a daily chart, and if you convert it to 1 hour chart, the volatility becomes more very much broad, right? So let's say 10% a month. So this is basically index. So if we can use a 3 times or 2 times multiple, like QQQ, let's say, please understand I'm a foreigner. Sometimes I use not correct words, but I'll try to deliver my message clearly as much as I can. So in terms of QQQ, the volatility may be like 5 to 10% a month. Let's say it's August. This is August. So in August, you can just roughly see that there is a volatility of 7% or 8% a month, right? But if we can leverage this by investing into the like TQQQ or SQQQ, it's a ETF multiple by 3 times or 2 times on QQQ or SOXS, whatever. So if we can make use of this volatility, it is not possible for us to gain 10% a month. And that's the focus that I want to tell you guys. And then the basic concept of this is, my trading skill is based on the statistics. So I'll show you in here. So this R1, R2 basically means the one standard deviation calculated by the standard deviation, the volatility of the before months of this month. So what we basically can see is that if the price action goes exceeds to 2 sigma or to the 3 sigma, there is a strong momentum that the stock meets again, returns to the mean point. So what we basically are trying to see is what to say? So what we basically were trying to find is this 3 sigma. At this 3 sigma level, we're going to invest in the opposite way, and the probability of each side to return to the mean becomes bigger and bigger. So this is our basic trading strategy. And also, chart is footprint is the basic philosophy here. What I mean by is that, so the major institution like Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley makes many news to the market, but they basically they don't want they don't want everyone to gain money, but they only want their institution to gain money. So the information they make sometimes can be true, but most of the time, I believe it's most of the time, they don't give us the information that in the way that invest in. They actually give us the opposite information. So they can fake us because we can understand they can fake us, but what they cannot fake is the chart and the footprint, and especially the volume. So I really make emphasis on, I really think that this volume is very, very much important, and this volume and the price action is the footprint. So let's return to the PPT. And I also really think that the loss cut is very, very important. So these are the macro information, but I'm not going to tackle on this video. So theoretically, if we can gain 10% a month, it means that after 22 months, it's 7 times multiple. But maybe to somebody, 10% a month might be a very challenging score. I mean, the challenging goal. But then let's lower our goal to 7%. But still, if we are able to gain 7% a month after 22 months, your account becomes 4 times multiple. So our investors are sometimes very greedy, right? So, and this greed becomes a very big blocker and an obstacle to make our decision vague and make wrong decisions. But think of this in this way. Investing in stock market is like, you really need to control your mindset, right? But let's say, so in this month, my goal is to gain 7%, only 7%, and I am going to satisfy if I reach the 7% goal. And I don't think that's really a goal that we cannot reach. And again, our basic strategy is that we are trying to seek the outstanding point of the volatility. And if we can find the 3 sigma level exceeding position, then the possibility of that exceeding position to return to its mean is really nearly like 99%. So we're trying to make a statistical strategy here. So yeah, I'm going to elaborate and give more information, as much information I can to you guys, because I really think that we all deserve to be rich, and also I am heading to the rich, but so there might be some mistakes, but I have already making many mistakes and established my strategy. So again, this is my current score. So it may turn down, it may go up more and more, but I think this is really a remarkable profit that I have made until this year. Of course, at 2021, I wasn't always making money, but I didn't lose money at 2021 and 2020. So, and I really want to make sure that this is not a I'm not doing any suggestions here, right? I'm just trying to share my tradings as I'm sharing my diary here. So decision is yours. I really hope that you make your decision wise, but still, I really want to be helpful. And also, I may not be able to answer all the questions to you guys because since I have a main job here, but I will really try to answer your question as much as I can. And advice is always welcome, but please do not blame, criticize, or use bad words. This is a please. And this is the promise to the listeners. I will record every buys and sells of my trades from now on, but I do not have much subscribers here. I have none subscribers here, so I basically cannot do the live or list on the board. There is a minimum subscriber that the YouTube requires in order for me to do the live broadcasting and upload some records on the board. So I hope if you guys think this is helpful, it will be very helpful and thankful if you click that like button and subscribe button. And also, I will share simple tactics using TradingView. So yeah, I think that's all for this video, and I hope we see each other again. Thank you very much.